Postman Pat's Breezy Day. Story by John Cunliffe. Pictures by C. Babbage. From the original television designs by Ira Ward. As seen on ABC television. It was a breezy day in Greendale. The leaves swirled about the road. The wind blew and buffeted Pat's van as he drove along the valley with the post. "Hang on, Jess," he said. "It's a right job driving in this wind." A scrap of paper blew across his windscreen. "Oh, I can't see!" But Pat managed somehow. The wind was so strong that people could hardly stand up. They passed Alf Thompson along the road, and he was nearly blown off his feet. He had to hold his hat on with his stick. Pat drove over the hill and round the corner, then shouted, "Look out!" and stood on the brakes. A tree had blown down and fallen right across the road. Pat stopped just in time. He got out of the van to have a good look. How are we going to get past this lot? Just came to have a look too. He prowled along the fallen branches. He thought it made a lovely place to climb and play. Pat heard a voice calling from the other side of the tree. "Hello, Pat." It was Peter Fogg. "This wretched wind," he said, "blowing trees down all over the place. Don't worry, Pat. I'll soon shift it. I'll nip down to the forestry place and borrow their tree-lifting tackle. Won't be long." Pat climbed over the wall to have a look at the tree roots. "No wonder it blew over," he said. "It's rotten." Peter was soon back on his tractor, pulling the log-lifting machine. He had a big power saw too. "Now then, we'll soon cut our way through this. Stand back," he said as he started the power saw with a second yaw. "These things don't half go." He knocked off the branches and Pat helped by carrying them into the field. Then Peter sliced the tree's trunk into pieces. The saw cut through the wood at great speed. "Now then," said Peter, "let's see if we can move it. Phew, it's warm work." He backed the log lifter up to the tree. It was like a small crane. He fixed the chain round a piece of the trunk and started up the motor. It lifted the heavy wood into the air. Then Peter started the tractor up and dragged the log into the field. He came back for another piece of tree and another until it cleared a good gap in the road. We should be able to get through there," said Pat. He went to get his van, but it had gone. "Oh! Where could it be?" He walked along the road looking for it. It was quite safe at the side of the road. next to Sam's mobile shop. "I moved your van down the road," said Sam. "I could see your new paint was going to get scratched with all these branches flying about." "Thanks, Sam," said Pat. "It is smart, isn't it? Royal crown and all." "I'll be on my way. Now, Peter's managed to clear the road. Cheerio, Sam. Cheerio." Peter was moving the last of the logs. Pat waved to him and called, "Thanks, Peter. Cheerio," as he went on. "I'll have to get a move on now, Jess," said Pat. But just as he said it, the engine began to make funny noises. "Oh. Now what?" The van jerked, coughed, shook, and stopped. Pat got out and lifted the bonnet to look at the engine. Just as he was bending over to see better, the wind snatched his hat and blew it across the road onto the side. "Help! My hat!" It rolled along the road with Pat chasing after it. It blew over the wall into the stream and floated away. "Oh no," said Pat. "I'll never catch it now." He went back to the van. He mended the broken wire and soon was on his way again. There was nobody about at the village school. "Have they all been blown away?" said Pat. Then he saw the children. They were outside enjoying the wind. But the wind wanted to deliver the letters. It snatched them out of Pat's hand and delivered them in all directions. It blew them across the meadow, behind stones, over walls, and into bushes. The children helped to find them. One letter was stuck in a tree, and Bill Thompson climbed up to get it. "Careful," said Pat. "It would be an airmail letter. What a day. Hold them tightly. I think they're all air letters today." Bill took the letters to the headmaster, and Pat waved goodbye. Pat was blown about the valley all morning with his letters and parcels. It was almost the end of his windy round when he saw a flying towel. It was the Jordan's. He'd helped to wash it. It had blown across the garden and planted itself all over the place, in the bushes, amongst the roses, on the lawn, behind the shed, everywhere. "Oh, Pat," said Granny Jordan, "this wind's terrible. You are a dear. I'd never have caught it all by myself. Look, there's more over there." Pat helped to gather it all in. "Now you've got my washing," said Granny Jordan. "What about your hat?" "It blew off miles away," said Pat, "and sailed down a stream." "Good gracious," said Granny Jordan. "Ted Glenn said he hooked up a Postman Pat out of the lake. I didn't see how it could be yours. Look. After he just took it out of the lake, he popped it on the old scarecrow to dry." There it was, standing in the next field. "It looks like mine," said Pat, and walked across for a closer look. "It is mine." He took it off the scarecrow and shook out the creases. "Thanks, Mr. Scarecrow." Then he waved to Granny Jordan. Time to blow home, said Pat. And off he went home to tea, with Jess curled up asleep in his basket. Note: see Granny John often in the Postman Pat special delivery service program. Old George Lancaster, and the Major Forbes as well, and even Miss Hubbard. Hope you like these stories of the Green Postman, SuperDogLover1.